But I'm going to take a newsletter that's already been written. So bear with me a quick second. Okay, so first things first, I'll put a header here. So I'm going to grab a header from the document, bring it over here, and put it right under St. George newsletter. Okay, and I'll just leave it there. So now we have the St. George weekly newsletter header. I'll go to the next text area, click on that, highlight that text that we're going to take out and replace, and then I'm going to go get my content from wherever I have that in my Word document, or in this case I have it in another newsletter, and I'm going to paste it right in here. Okay, and I'll click to my next text box, and you just continue this process until you have entered in all the newsletter information for that week. Next text box. Okay, now we want to put a photograph in here. Let's say, or an image. We have Christmas just around the corner is this message, and let's say we want to put a Christmas image here in here to soup up the email. So we'll click on images, and I just happen to have a nativity image right here, and so I am going to slip it right into this box where it says Christmas just around the corner. It looks pretty good on the left there, so we could leave it there, or we could actually move it to the right. I like it on the left better, so I'm just going to leave it on the left. And you see I'm putting my cursor over the image and then going up to the boxes up here to decide where I want to insert that image. Okay. Let's move on. Is there any more information we want to include? We want to include a calendar on this newsletter. So I have a text area here. So I'll come in here and type calendar. Now I'm going to highlight that, and we need to format that into a header. So I'm going to drop this down, and let's call this header 1, and I'm going to center that just like you would in a Word document. Very good. Calendar, and let's select the calendar information from your document. Okay, quite a bit. Okay, I'm going to copy that and paste it into this text box underneath calendar. And here we have Thursday, November 8th is the synopsis of the archangels. I'd like to put an icon in there for that, and I just happened to load one in here. So I'm going to grab that, click on it, oops, and place it in here. And this one I think I'll put on the right. Very nice. Okay, I'm scrolling down looking at the information. That all looks good. Okay. Let's see what else we're missing. Okay, we want to put contact information for father. We want to put the Facebook logo in there, and this is automatically included in every newsletter, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's go back. Okay, so in order to put the, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this section, just get it out of our way here. And I did that by highlighting that section, putting my cursor over the section, and then clicking on the X. Okay, so now what I want to do is add some information. Let's go back to content, and father's information, contact information, is on the website. So the website is, it's the content management system that I use from the website is WordPress. So we click on that that bar in the content area, and we place it where we want it. Okay, and we want it at the bottom. Here. And it asks us, what do we want to insert? Well, I just happen to know that that information is on a page, and it is contact Father Conan privately. So that means it doesn't go through the office. So I'm going to highlight that and drag it. Whoops. Actually, I just want to click on it. And now I highlight it and drag it. There we go. Let's try that again. I'm going to get rid of that. So we come back to WordPress post. We want to add in father's contact information. We know it's on the website. So we click and drag it. It asks a post or a page. This information happens to be a page. By the way, if there's any posts that you want to include in the newsletter, you can do that. You can just drag it right in there. So we're going to select Father Conan privately, and it automatically, we click on it and it automatically puts it in. You don't drag it, you just click it right on there. Okay, so now when they get the newsletter, they can click on this read online, and they can fill out a contact form right and contact father directly through the website and privately, securely. This is excess information we're not interested in having there, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then the last one is the social bookmark. We want to put Facebook in there. And so I just drag that bar social bookmark down. Now I have the Facebook link here. We don't have a Twitter link, or if we do, I don't know what it is. So I'm removing that. And Google Plus and LinkedIn, we probably should have links for all of those eventually. Once I fill those in, they'll remain there for you if you drag them into any email. So just click done once you're done, once you have the correct information in there, and there's the logo. Okay, so looks pretty good, except we don't have, it's kind of a lot of information. It's all bunched up together for the eye. So I'd like to put in a divider, a few dividers in here. And here's the bar to the right here, a divider bar. Let's put in some dividers, and if you click on the settings button inside the divider bar, you get to select which dividers we want to put in there, and I'm going to select this light one here and say done. Alright, so first let's put a divider underneath the reminder, and so you see how that divider looks. Let's put another divider right here above the Christmas information. Let's put another divider above the calendar, dividing the Christmas information and the calendar. You can see it kind of, it helps the reading, helps you move a person's eye and know where things are stopping and starting. There's a lot of information here. We may want to break that up eventually, but let's continue on. Let's put a divider between father's contact information and the last calendar information. Let's put a divider between Facebook and father's contact information, and between Facebook and the Metropolis logo. There we go. We are done. There is our newsletter for the week. Okay, so if you want to take a look at it, you can send yourself a preview. And I have my email address right here, so I'm going to send myself a preview. And it's sending. Preview's been sent. In a moment, I should receive it. I get a pop-up down in my right lower corner of my screen here. There it is. Click on it. Here's the email as it would look when somebody opens it, with the blue background and the light blue St. George. So that is how you create an email and preview it. I like it. If I didn't like it, I can go back and make some changes. Yeah, I don't like these divider here above and below the Facebook insignia. I think I'll just take the one above out. Let's get rid of that. Go back to the page, and what I do is you highlight, you put your cursor over the area and you have an X there. You can also move by putting your cursor over top the up and down arrow there, and that will actually move the section. You can see. And I'm going to delete that. Okay, good. So we want to keep that, so we go to the next step. We're done. Click on the next step. At this point, we can save and close. We can send a preview again. I'm going from the bottom up. We can schedule it by clicking on this and putting a date in here and a time. So you can schedule the email. You can change the email address, but we want to keep these the same. So a reply to the email would go to St. George's office. A reply, and in the header it would say from St. George's office. And you can also be sure you select the correct list and change your heading for the subject line. Make it the way you want it, and we'll save and close. Since we have scheduled the box clicked, if we click on schedule, it will go at that moment, at that time. It'll send off. If you take that away, it'll say send, and you can send that email immediately just by clicking send. But we're not going to do that. We're going to save and close it. And that is how you create an email. If you have any questions, you can find me at jamesnichols.com and use the contact form there to get a hold of me, or you may have my cell phone number. Give me a holler. Thanks for watching, and I hope it wasn't too painful. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.